What the hell?
Tom, we need to get to our next gig. We're doing this for you and our lovely saga. You take care of things our next time. Don't screw it up, Tom!
I'd seen it all play out. Like a horror movie I'd been forced to watch. The dark presence held all the cards now.
What the fuck? No! Where's Estevez? Saga got dumped into the lake. Oh, there she is. Saga got dumped into the lake. Casey is Scratch. Well, the dark presence. What? Tor and Odin just went. Oh my god. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is RicketyGames. I'm Sydney, and today we are back with the last and final episode of Alan Wake 2. I can't even believe it. It's so bittersweet because I don't want it to end, but at the same time I want to know more answers. But I'm getting a sneaky feeling with the way the last episode ended that it's gonna be one of their non-ending endings where the game's gonna end, but there's gonna be more. You know what I mean? So I don't know how many answers I'm gonna get, but we're here to find out. I can't even believe they just drowned. Why? Why did they just walk into the bottom of Cauldron Lake? He's like, we're doing this for you and Saga. I've probably got absolutely jack. I've got no weapons, no bullets, nothing. Can I pick up any of the stuff that I... Oh my god, what am I wearing? Wait. Hold the phone. What? I'm wearing a Kalevala Knights leather jacket? When did I put that on? What the heck? Why am I wearing Ilmo's clothes? Nothing for me to grab, of course. Oh, I can. Never mind. I take it back. I can't use any arrows, but I took them. I can't open it either. Well, that's, man, I can't even believe it. Okay, we're going. Holy shit. Hi. I know you're probably pissed, and you got...
Welcome back, Wake.
all
You are
sorts...
awake now, right? With the shadow out of you?
Yeah.
Some good news, at least.
Hi.
Bad news is, I haven't seen a situation this fucked since the AWE in Eagle River. The shadow's now in Alex, and Anderson is gone. We need to figure out how to salvage this.
Yep. What the fuck is this wind? Do you guys hear it? It's abhorrently loud. Get out of here, wind. Maybe that'll help. Yes. What can I help?
I'll do anything it takes to fix this, Agent Estevez. I'm the reason this is all happening.
It's never that simple. But I should have put you in a box and shipped you off to a containment facility the second I laid eyes on you. The only question now is... are you able to fix this?
I can try.
Not the most encouraging answer, but we'll make it work.
Honestly, I'm surprised she's not more pissed at me. I would expect her to be, roasting me to death. She got a little one there, but I was expecting her to be like, what the fuck? This is all your fault. I don't know. I just expected her to be a lot more aggressive. It's so fine.
Scratch. The dark presence inside Casey. It threw Saga into the lake. If she ends up in the dark place, she could be there forever. It took me 13 years to get out. Zane never did.
Tor and Odin went in after her, right? Maybe they'll get her out. With the power of rock and roll.
I saw them when I was trapped there. They performed in my musical.
I'm immediately less optimistic about this.
She's like, in your what now? It's my musical. She's like, she's probably like, this guy's a fucking loon.
What's the situation?
I've never seen an entity break a bureau containment unit like that. And now the dark presence is occupying Agent Casey?
Sorry.
When it attacked him in the woods, it must have been preparing for this.
And now he is the clicker.
Oh, yeah, that, oh, the clicker. But no, but preparing for this is such an interesting statement. One of you was saying in the comments that, like, Casey was a backup plan, and that's such a perfect way to put this because it just tells you how, if you didn't already, like, figure it out, like, if this is for some reason new to you or anything like that, it shows how devious the dark presence is, that it actually is more than, like, a monster, more than this, like, dark, evil, overbearing force. It's actually a thinking, clever entity that really comes after you. The fact that it literally came up with a backup plan in case shit went awry. That's just, oh, it's honestly, it's harrowing. It's very interesting. It makes a game like this that much more interesting to know that, like, your enemy is, you know, not only this, like, all omnipotent presence, but also much cleverer than you, right?
Scratch will go to Bright Falls and use the clicker to bring about the horrific ending he wrote for Return.
He kind of did, didn't
But
he?
I can still fix this.
How?
When, like,
Scratch must have the manuscript. If I can read the ending, I can rewrite it. I need to go after him.
Well, you won't get very far without these.
oh, thank
This
you.
plan is a real Hail Mary wake.
You got a better one?
I wish I could help. This is all on you.
Ma'am.
I got you every kind of weapon we have available.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Don't fuck it up.
Yes, ma'am. I won't. I will take these.
I needed a car. The FBI vehicle would be at the parking lot.
I can't take that big gun? Why? Because I have all the arrows? I need 4 slots, right? I didn't know she was gonna give me stuff. I was expecting her to slap some handcuffs on me and call it a day. Can I take it now? Really? I can't take the big gun at all? I mean, it's not like I need those arrows or anything. Oh. There's more stuff in here. You're telling me I can't take the big gun. Why can't I take the big gun? All that we have to offer, your tiny little handgun. Ma'am, is this a glitch? Should I check if it's a glitch?
I needed a car. The FBI vehicle would be at the parking lot.
Okay, there we go. I was able to grab it. I think it's because I grabbed all of the stuff. It didn't let me take the big gun. And since I guess it's like a gift, they're not going to let me take it from like a regular thing. So, whoops. Don't run around and grab stuff first. Hell yeah. Okay, now that I have this, now I'm going to go back and grab some of this stuff for Saga. Take that. I'll take that. I don't need arrows. Do I need anything else? I don't have any pills. But I suppose it's like not the worst thing to leave. I got flare gun ammo. And I'm all loaded up, so there's nothing I can do about it. Okay. Well, there's nothing I can take anymore. I am full up. But that's pretty good. I'm glad to get stuff back, full stuff. So, thank you, Agent. Goodbye. Also, I had a thought when I was reloading. So I'm trying to figure out like where he got this jacket from. Kalevala Nights. What if he got it when like Mr. Scratch like murdered Yako? And he just like took his clothes to, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. We didn't see that happen, but like it's my only explanation for like why Alan would be wearing a Kalevala Nights jacket. So what happened? Why the music?
I'd seen it all play out. Like a horror movie I'd been forced to watch.
You said this, sir.
The dark presence held all the cards now.
You said this, sir.
I was awake again. Clear-headed for the first time in what felt like a lifetime. I was back exactly where I left. A dark forest outside Bright Falls. A gun in one hand, a flashlight in the other. Haunted by my own writing. Alice taken from me. I knew what I had to do. Stop the horror story from coming true. Stop the dark presence.
Can you write a sentence in there like, and everything gets undone when the dark presence leaves Casey's body as it disperses out into the vast openness of the air, crushed by the light and the power of the writer. Cynthia Weaver never got taken by the darkness. Alice is alive. Or Alice isn't dead. Podcast. The Anderson brothers. Whoa. Whoa, where? The Anderson brothers are alive. Fucking. They live forever because they're epically badass fuckers. And Saga gets her daughter back and her family back. And everything's hunky-dory. The end. You know what I mean? Like that should be the sentence. And Rose is good. All the people are happy, happy biscuits. Does he have anything to comment on this? Because I don't know if he read it. You know what I mean? Nope. Okay. What's up, bitch? What's up, bitch? Bye. Hello, sir. Uh-oh. Please hold, sir, ma'am. Thing. Woo. Sir, I need to reload. Please hold. Bye! Do you guys have anything I can pick up? Alan is so pro at loading guns and shit now at this point. So do I even have a map or anything? Oh, I don't. No map. No board. No nada. He's like, I know it, but I also don't know it. He's like, I haven't been here in 13 years. It's a little different. I think this is the way up. Oh, man. Mr. Scratch. The Dark Presence. I get some things. Hell yeah. You look at my jacket. You guys probably see it better now. In the light. Look at that. Damn, I look like I'm part of the Walking Dead, man. I don't really want to leave that, but I don't really have a choice. Oh, no, hang on. Nope, I don't have a choice. Even if I took it. Should I? It's stuck in the thing. Should I get rid of one? Because ammo feels more important. What? Ammo full. Why? Oh, there we go. It's weird. They give me a ridiculous amount of flare gun ammo sometimes. I hear some friends. Yes? No? No. Okie dokie. Whoa. Ow. Bro. Ow. Ow, I'm toast. I was gonna give me a flare. Safe haven. Whoa. Oh, Ruddy. How about that? No. Oh my god.
The black. Cauldron Lake. The forest was.
I'm out of ammo. Did I get him this time? I think it's just her. It's so overkill. I think I got them all. Holy shit, they send a lot of them after you. Was I supposed to just like run and just like fuck them all? Oh well. I killed them all. I've only got flare gun ammo left. Holy shit. Yep. Well, that's interesting. Alright, well, to the car.
In the dark place, the dark presence went into me. When I was pulled back here, crossing over weakened it, made it dormant. I couldn't remember what had happened, but I could feel it, getting stronger, waking up. I thought it was hunting me, closing in. It was inside me the whole time, and then it took over. Turned me into Scratch.
Hey. So I was right the first time that it is kind of like a mental thing, rather than two different beings. I mean, they are different separate entities. Like Mr. Scratch, the Dark Presence, is its own thing, and Alan is his own person. But it wasn't like one was in place of the other. Like there was always the two of them, but it was Alan's body that was being taken over. Please no, I have no bullets. I suppose like this is all I have. This is my full arsenal. Here's 6 bullets. And the shotgun shell. Oh. Yeah, this is where the car is. Is she just gonna chill here? Does she not have a ride back
I
into
had to
town?
get to Bright Falls. See this through to the end.
Man, Bright Falls is gonna be a disaster. We saw Casey, Deerfest. Deerfest was canceled. He went all Thanos on us with the button.
I brought Saga Anderson into this story to help me escape. She succeeded. It cost her everything. I'd used Alex Casey in my writing for years. The real Casey had been drawn here because of that. Now he was a victim too. Saga, Casey, Alice, all this horror originates from me. It's my fault. Scratch had to be stopped. I've driven down this road before. Been driving on it forever.
So good.
If Scratch had brought the dark place here, this would take me back inside. In 2010, I dived in, a leap of faith for Alice, with no idea that the cost would be a nightmare worse than death. It had taken me 13 years to get out. Now Alice was dead because of me. And I was gonna make that leap again, this time knowing the cost all too well.
He's got nothing left but to put it right.
Another way to look at it? I had brought the dark place here with me. I never had gotten out. Maybe after this I finally could. It was a fool's hope. I had no choice. I had to do it. That didn't make me any less terrified. Fuck it.
Oh man, it's so good. The hero shot. I mean, what the hell? He's in a suit. Keeps changing clothes. Alan Wake Return? The much anticipated sequel? Deerfest. Oh god. The much anticipated.
This is not what I expected.
And initiation. Yeah, no, this is definitely the dark presence fucking with you. And everybody's in deer masks. My weapons. My weapons are gone. Oh shit. We happy few right here. Everything's so green and peaceful and happy. One last thought before I proceed. He's like, I took a faith in blind hope to rescue Alice, and it had cost him everything, right? A nightmare worse. He's basically saying like Alice and all these people, Alice died because of him, which is not entirely true. I mean, the situation that became, he started, but Mr. Scratch was the one who terrorized her to death. And it is interesting for him to talk about it like that, because I think, I mean, obviously he's in it and he's upset and he's grieving and everything, but he's not recognizing that to leave her in the dark place would have gave her a fate worse than death, right? A fate that he has had to face so far, being trapped in for 13 years. So he's not recognizing that he got her out and he did his part to get her out, and in the cost was trapping himself, but that he did get her out, and he didn't
Return
kill her.
shines a light on its author's brilliantly dark mind.
These are the bookers. Uh-oh. Is Rose in here?
It's time, Koskela brothers.
The book begins from the victim's point of view. A confident move by
I'm
a
Ilma
veteran
Koskela,
author.
and welcome to the Koskela Brothers Book Club. This week we will review the highly anticipated new novel by Alan Wake, Return. Return is printed on a firm, high-quality white offset, uncoated paper stock, making every page a true delight to turn in your fingertips. Alan Wake's brilliance is on full display with his choice of a hardcover book jacket made of a premium enamel stock with gloss lamination that is both tasteful and pleasant to the touch. Isn't that right?
This supposed to be us? Or Scratch?
Wake set a high standard with his previous novels, but I can say without hesitation that Return contains the best and most compelling book description on a back cover that I have ever read. This book blurb is truly riveting and will keep you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. It is accompanied by a tasteful photograph of Alan Wake's home here in Bright Falls. The book weighs 1 pound and 3 ounces. Return is a true masterpiece.
In stores now.
I'll give it a perfect score of 5 Alma beers out of 5. How about you?
5 Alma beers out of 5.
There you have it.
With the deer mask.
Alan Wake has done it again. This was the Koskela Brothers Book Club. Cheers.
Cheers. So low. This Koskela Brothers. When he looks it over, he's like, "You right?" Anyway, like with the deer mask, it just makes it like the extra look. You just could feel like the pain of like not being answered by whatever that thing is. Hello? How is everybody? Just chilling? Oh man, this is quite the view.
I needed to get a copy of Return.
Yes, we'll go to the
I needed
bookstore.
to read the ending to have a shot at changing it.
It's not gonna be that simple, Alan.
I was inside Scratch's ending. A perverse version of reality.
Yep.
The townspeople brainwashed.
Yep.
Everyone and everything revolved around Return, as if it had just been published.
Wake deftly tricks the reader into believing the cult of the tree is the story's antagonist.
There they are, guys. It's them. They're the antagonists. They've been haunting us from the beginning.
The tragedy of Saga losing her family is a blatant commentary on a woman's struggle to balance her personal and professional lives.
Yep, that's in there for sure. Everybody's commentary. Hey,
The old gods of Asgard are back. Wake clearly knows what his fans want to see.
yeah, he does. We want to see old gods. Except they went and drowned themselves in the lake for some reason.
I didn't understand what was going on half the time, but I loved every word of it.
Oh man, if the musical chapter was a way for the Dark Presence to absolutely fuck with Wake.
Seeing the trilogy's exciting conclusion at Deerfest. Oh, makes Return a genre-bending mixture of fact and fiction.
This tops it. Because it's absolutely all here to just screw with him. Oh. Any more commentary? There's Ilmo. Hello. 81st Deerfest. It's not oh no. There it is. It's not
I
gonna be
could
that
see the
easy.
round windows of the writer's room in the photo. That's where I had to go. To rewrite the ending of Return.
It's a sick, sick story, and I love it.
A book to die for.
Shit.
To die for. Run from your fans. Oh shit, am I going? Oh shit, we're running.
I could get out through
Woo!
the back.
One dude and it's a one-hit kill? Okay. Don't run into the hallway. Damn, they're kicking my ass this round. I guess it is the end of the game, so makes sense. Okay, we running. Clearly not in those directions.
I could get out through the back.
Okay, we're going through the back. It's a rabid
I had
fans.
the book now. I could write my ending to Return. I had to get to the writer's room to stop this horror story.
Where is it? Thomas Zane's house. The old folks' home, right? It's that, right?
This was an obsessive, egocentric nightmare, all revolving around a vain monster of a writer and his final divine work of art, the novel Return come true. It wouldn't stop here. It would keep spreading.
Oh man. I wonder if we're gonna run into Rose. Our biggest fan of them all. It does not seem to be taken over by the rabid the fantasy of the Return world that Scratch made. It seems to be relatively fine. Any secrets? Looks like not. Can I take the lantern? Because that would have been nice. I doubt there's anything to like pick up,
Alice?
explore.
What was that?
What was that?
Alice was dead. Was this a trap? Or was Scratch torturing me?
Probably Scratch torturing you, man. I'm like trying to be like, oh, I don't want to wander into the place that I need to go, but I also want to explore. Because it looks like we need to get into the house itself. Oh, it's so creepy. And I have nothing. I have no weapons. I only have the flashlight. So, if there's anything that comes after me, I'm just toast. Hello? Damn, is it dark? No TV? Ooh. I have a feeling this is the way to go. Is like the building locked maybe? Should I go check first? Because like why else would they be doing stuff in here if this was like for giggles? So maybe this front part is locked. I just want to make sure we get stuff. Oh man, it's all darkness.
I had to find another way inside.
Yep. See here, I was like, oh, it'll be a different way to go. Stumbles onto the right area. Ah. Oh lord. Through the dark and creepy hallway then. Alright. Not in the water, please. We don't need more water. Alan's gonna be like, when this is over, if he survives, he's gonna be like, no writing. Nope. No stories. No water. None of it. No lakes. No seaside retreats. None. Darling. My dear Alice. Are you here? I doubt it. They want us to go a very specific path. I see the open door over there. Alan. Love of my life.
Shit! Scratch!
Oh no! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Fuck!
Fuck is right. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Fuck off!
Oh shit! Oh no! I don't know where I'm going. Oh!
Got the fuck up!
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Woo! That was dumb luck.
Fuck off!
Get your butt in gear, Alan. It's safe here.
Yes, ma'am. I love
We're
this
safe in
woman.
the light, Alan. For now. But he's very pushy.
Rose, right? From the diner. How are you here?
I'm here to save you, silly.
Duh.
I got your instructions. I found every hidden message you left for me. In the radio, in the wind, in the forums on my Alan Wake fan site.
What? No, Rose, I haven't been leaving you any messages.
Shh. Alan, oh, I get it. Yes, Alan, only a crazy person would think you've been leaving them secret messages. Wink. But now you need to get your butt upstairs, Alan. This shit won't right itself, no matter what William Shakespeare said.
Right. Thank you, Rose. I'll do what I can.
Dude, you had to give this woman a hug. You've given her nothing but shit. Always. From the minute you started to now. She's literally holding down the fort. And the thanks that we did to Sylvia, we gotta treat Rose better than this, man. I'm so sad that they, like, made Cynthia what happened to her what happened. We gotta treat Rose better, Alan. Come on, buddy. Coconuts? No coconuts? Okay. I love she's like, man, that guy's a menace. Like, he's not like the all-powerful presence of darkness and shit. She's like, man, that pesky darkness. So annoying, right? So pushy. She's so over it. She's just so,
Upstairs.
this is so normal.
The writer's room must be in the attic. That's where the windows were.
I'm just checking some doors. All right, we're going. For the twilight years. Oh man, I can't go anywhere. They just said go upstairs. Deal with your shit. Mandy May.
We loop around and come to Kitty, Tom.
Yes, sir.
I have put everything ready for the visitors.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
come to wash the floor of your room next. All you need is water and Vileda. Water is the oldest palm. Water finds its way.
Door.
What water brings, it takes away. It can be clean or dirty. It can give life or drown it.
Ahti. I didn't expect to see you here, but it makes sense. Can you help me find my way? One last time.
Now there's a devil in the fish trap. Don't be spooked by it so that shit won't start beating your underpants. Okay. I'll get the door open for you, Tom.
Please. And thank you.
There you go. The matter is a stake. Now comes the end of the rhyme.
Thank you, Ahti.
I love how gentle Alan seems to treat Ahti. I love... Can we go in his room? He's standing right there and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I love that he's like... I've been preparing for this, like him and Rose, like, oh hell yeah. This guy, he knows. He knows all of it. So you guys have been telling me as well, his name comes from Finnish mythology, and it's like a water spirit, a water god. So that's kind of why like water sounds are like associated with him, and that he's like a bigger entity. He's much more than what he appears to be, which I think we were already kind of figuring out. And that he has a much bigger role in control. Yes, what I will play. I promise. I know. I'm very excited to find out more about it. Oh, this is why we couldn't go in it.
I was here. I needed to write the ending.
It's empty.
I only had one chance to get this right.
Yeah. There's nothing else in here. This is the real writer's room, which is so interesting. This kind of makes me wonder. I mean, he's not been locked in this house the whole time. But it kind of makes me wonder, like, this has been here. Like, what's been in this room? Especially since it's locked, right? Oh, okay. Okay, we're ready.
I needed an ending that took everything already in return and extended it into a conclusion that would save us. Only the perfect ending would work.
No pressure. Eternal Deerfest, the novel Return come true, my final divine work of art. First, granted to the people of Bright Falls, and over time it would spread, this celebration reaching everyone. Rewrite the ending of Return. Okay. To the desk we go. No pressure, Alan.
Return's ending was an eternal Deerfest that would keep spreading. Given time, Scratch would plunge the world into his nightmare. I had to stop that from happening. I had to write one more chapter for Return. A perfect ending that would save us all. I was the only one who could write it. Everything depended on this. On me. Any second now, Scratch would burst through that door to stop me. Every plot thread dangled in my brain. It suddenly felt impossible. Something stirred in the room, coming to me.
An echo.
An idea.
An idea. Well, you got Rose and Ahti to buy you some time, Alan.
And monsters. The ending has to fit the genre if it's going to work. The ending has to fit the genre if it's going to work. In a horror story, there's only victims and monsters. If there is Arrow, they will ultimately pay a heavy price.
I won't let the horror story take Logan and Casey. They were dragged into this. They need to survive. Non-negotiable.
Not just them. We need to try to save everyone.
Then it takes them too.
The ending will have to be dark no matter what. The more people we save, the greater the cost. And the hero must pay the price.
The scales always need to balance.
part of me thinks, like, Alan's gonna be sent back to the dark place. Like, what greater cost is there than that? Because, like, to die is a cost, yes, but for something like Scratch, the price of a life, to take it away is so easy, right? He's darker than that. He's more twisted than that. So torturing Alan in puzzles and loops and spirals in the dark place for 13 years, that's far infinitely more fun, right? So it can't just be to retrap him, and it has to be more than just Alan. If Saga and Alan are the heroes, then it has to be them both. That's my guess. And that with them as the cost, everyone else can be okay. Pay the price.
Something felt different. I'd never seen myself in a vision before, but it fit. Saga and I were both at the center of this story. She was now my co-author. This was the beginning of the end. We were characters in a horror story, charging blindly towards the finale. We still didn't have everything we needed. This would not work without the clicker.
Shit. How do they get it back from him? Man, I like this one. We're jamming. So yeah, they're both of them. So if we need the clicker back, how are we gonna get it back? Because Saga, if Alan needs to write, it has to be Saga that gets it. But Saga's in the dark place. And technically Casey, Dark Presence Casey, is out here. Although if we take Alan's other perspective, that he never left the dark place, that the dark place is now in Bright Falls in reality and is taking over reality, then perhaps she's here anyway. And that, I mean, we know Mr. Scratch, Dark Presence can bounce between both realities just fine. Let's just go. Let's just go. The beginning of the end, too, makes me think, oh, more. It's definitely not ending here. This is going to be bigger than just this game. We get to work with the Anderson brothers.
No!
Oh, wait. Somebody grabbed it, that's right. Was it Saga? It was Logan. Ghost Logan. I'm determined to double down on that.
What's going on?
She's in her mind place.
Am I in the field office? No. It's the mind place.
It's like protecting herself from the darkness. Deerhead? No. They're like, no.
I can't sense anyone.
Oh shit, it's empty. Because there's nothing.
Nothing's working. I can't think straight.
Uh-oh.
My work. It's all gone. What the hell is happening?
The TV.
Where is everything?
The TV. Nothing. Uh-oh.
I can't leave. Why can't I leave?
We can run, too. Oh, we're starting a new board? New one.
The Dark Presence took over Casey. Stole the clicker from me. The last thing I remember is him throwing me into Cauldron Lake.
I'm in the dark place. I'm lost. I don't know how to get out. I don't know what to do.
That wasn't me. Was it?
Uh-oh.
What?
She's splitting.
Failed who?
How do I leave? You failed
What's
them.
happening to the case board?
Other Saga. She's right. The Cauldron Lake is the gateway to Dark Place. I'm in the Dark Place. Scratch did take the clicker, but we did see somebody grab it. Like a ghost version of it in the lake? I don't know. Maybe not. Uh-oh. Find evidence. Uh-oh. That's interesting. But Tora and Odin went in after us, so maybe they can help guide us out. other saga. Ooh. We're gonna have, this is what I was saying about before. Like, I feel like, okay, and I think it works even better now because we've confirmed that Mr. Scratch is like a mental thing, right? It's not just like, yes, he is an entity and he is the dark presence and stuff, but it comes in your mind, from the darkness in your mind, from your doubts, your negative instances, your vices, right? The things that you won't act upon that are bad, it feeds off of that, right? And everybody has that. So everybody has the potential to create a version of Scratch. This might be this for Saga. Failed them? Who's them?
The board says I failed them.
Everybody, her family. It's gonna try and eat her.
I let everyone down. Logan, Casey, myself. This is my fault. My daughter is dead. My partner was taken over by a monster. I'm trapped in a dark place. Powerless.
I'm not powerless. What is happening here?
Don't listen.
This isn't me.
Oh, it's trying to eat her alive.
Logan, I neglected my family for my job. I was too thrilled by the cases, the mysteries. I liked how dangerous the work was. And now that danger has destroyed my family. It killed my daughter. No.
Casey.
Casey depended on me, and I let him down. I wasn't watching his back. I got wrapped up chasing the wrong lead. He needed me. Now he's turned into a monster.
He needed me.
Wrong lead? We got the clicker. Don't listen.
Something's very fucking wrong here.
Yeah, I'll say. Don't listen.
Scratch took Casey, and it's my fucking fault.
Uh-oh. Don't do this, Saga. Don't break it down.
I'm a terrible mother. I let my daughter die.
I don't want to complete this board, because it's just... Ugh.
I'm a failure. This is what I deserve.
Don't lose it. Don't lose it, Saga. Come on. Oh, oh, what? Casey. But there's also stacks of manuscript shit here.
Mom, where are you?
Oh, can we touch the deer head? Is this technically a different place?
This case. This room. Is any of it even real?
Oh.
Casey was hurt. I should have been watching his back.
You guys got separated, then he disappeared. And then FBC, what?
Night Springs. Logan and David love that show.
That's gonna
Their
be...
weekly ritual.
Ooh. That's, Night Springs is gonna be... So I think they are gonna continue, like, American Nightmare type thing. Because Night Springs is gonna be one of the DLCs.
Casey was being corrupted and I did nothing.
Yeah, see, we knew this. We read the top half of this before, but I'll read it again. Alex Casey, FBI, is the subject. Description of injury report. 2218, subject seems physically weakened with some confusion about his whereabouts and even events. Concussion. Similar symptoms to those becoming shaded individuals. Exposure to the shadow is suspected but not confirmed. Right, so we read this, we knew this is how we knew that Casey was going to be the weakest link. We didn't realize at the time that this was going to be a much bigger problem. But she noted this, and then she noted it when we talked to Casey, when we profiled him before. She was like, there's something very wrong with him, like something's eating at him from the inside. And then Saga's extra notes here. You knew he was hurt. You knew the dark presence did something to him. You didn't care. You only pretended to care when it was convenient. And the second he became a liability, you let Scratch have him. No. Absolutely
Scratch
not.
was Wake. How could I miss that?
Well, we kind of knew it. So this we've also read as well, I believe. Mr. Wake A transcription of the interview with subject Alan Wake, suspected para-utilitarian, Kieran Estevez, lead agent. Kieran, Mr. Wake, you've been taken into FBC custody and will receive an in-depth interrogation at a later date. But for now, I need to ask, is there anything you can tell us regarding the incident at the hotel? Anything we may need to know? Alan Wake, there is a force here you don't understand. A presence. It's after me. It wants to consume me, consume everything. Kieran Estevez, yes, you mentioned this dark presence before. And then Saga's extra notes here. There were so many hints about how did you miss this? Wake was Scratch. It was right under your nose. Wake was Scratch. Scratch was Wake. Scratch was Scratch, Wake. Scratch, Wake. Scratch, Wake. Ooh. All work and no play makes Saga
There's no way out.
an unhappy lady. So can we talk to Casey?
Scratch.
Oh.
He's using Casey now. Like he used Wake.
Yep. Do we talk to other Saga? Again?
The story. My life, my family is just part of a book. Another white asshole deciding what I get to do, how I get to do it. He took my daughter from me. I'll never be free of this story from him. He used her.
He did, and he used you. Oh, I love that. Logan died because of you.
She's not dead. God damn it.
You're the only one who's set. Oh no. Oh no. You're the only one who won't accept she's dead. What makes more sense? Everyone is wrong or you are? Why do we need a bunch of these? If you hadn't been at work, she'd still be alive. Oh my god, stop it! I'm not putting any more of those down. Scratch. Casey.
Why is this happening?
There's so many of these. Casey's gone, it's your fucking fault. Wake was Scratch all along and I had no idea. This has all got to be a hallucination? You
What?
lost your mind? The shadows, monsters, false realities, magical writers, really? Wake was Scratch all along and I had no idea. Terrible detective. This is idiot. Oh man. This is how this is like absolutely the way that like intrusive thoughts work. He just like compounds on you. And she's putting it, organizing it by evidence. Let's not. I ignored the fact that dark presence was affecting Casey. That doesn't go under. It's your fault he got hurt? No? You've lost your mind? Terrible partner. Gotcha.
What's happening?
You should never have brought him to Cauldron Lake, right to Scratch. I took Logan away from her father, terrible mother. Let's not.
It feels like I'm trapped in a nightmare. Stuck in an echo chamber with all my fears, my doubts, my insecurities.
Yep. You took her from David and stuck her in a backwater shithole. Casey was injured and I left him behind.
What's happening to me?
He needed backup and you weren't there. Logan is dead. Let's not. Oh my god, these keep spawning. She died alone and scared, begging you for help, and you weren't there. Oh, can we not? As the water filled her lungs, she realized you weren't coming. Can you even still call yourself a mother after you let your only child die?
No! I'm done with this.
You're blaming
He
a horror
just keeps
story.
coming back.
You're blaming a horror story instead of yourself. You coward. Admit she's dead. Admit it. You killed her. You killed her. You killed her. Stand strong, Saga. This is Scratch trying to fuck with you. Were these there before? I don't think so.
It was so obvious the Koskela brothers were behind the cult.
We knew this, Saga.
The cult was just the beginning of the spiral.
I love that they call it the spiral as well, because it's like spiraling out of control.
Logan, The horror story used her.
I've had it with you cultist maniacs!
I never should have left Casey at the hotel by himself.
Stop collecting evidence, girl. What?
I spent too much time away from Logan. I never should have trusted these.
The pages. No, 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 no. See, we're going back. We're doubting all our shit. We're gonna like undo everything that we've done. All the power that we've got. We just got Saga. You gotta remember, we reconnected with the fam. We've got magical powers. The book was taking over the writing. David and Logan were at home in Virginia. They were totally fine. We gotta remember this. We can't get swallowed. I used the manuscript as a crutch instead of doing my job. Oh, terrible detective.
That's not... No.
Pages were your excuse for always being one step behind. She spent every day by herself in that trailer. Why?
What? No.
You're so eager to be in charge that you left him behind for Casey. Logan's death broke something inside of me. Terrible mom? Oh, lost mind.
I hate this, but it's all true. I had tried to silence these thoughts. Focus on the case. But I can't escape them anymore. I'm drowning.
No.
I need a way out before I'm dragged under.
Acknowledge them, understand them, and then find a way out. Don't let them take you. Casey was strong. Casey was wrong to put his trust in me.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Fucked this case up so badly the FBC took over. Imo and Jacko are running a cult right under your nose. What kind of detective are you? They were right in front of you. Also, it's like bright, right? And then it gets darker and darker and darker till she's gone. Ugh. Alright, we gotta fix... Oh, shit. We gotta face our problem, Saga. It's the first step to acknowledging it. And then we deal with it. Okay, other Saga. What type of filth is spewing out of your hatch now?
No. There has to be a way out. I need a way out. Oh, God. None of this is real. I've lost it. I'm not even here. The mind place isn't real. A case about supernatural darkness. I'm having a full-on psychotic break. I dragged Logan away to a tin can in Watery. She's dead because of me. There has to be a way out.
Come on, Torn Odin. Come on, Grandpa.
I need a way out. It's over. There's no point trying. Everything is lost.
Always try.
There's no way out. No way to fix this. There's no way out. I'm stuck here forever. Just me and my past. My guilt. My mistakes. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm stuck. But this is my mind place. My mind.
Don't give it power.
Everything I need is here. It has to be.
Don't give other Saga any power, Saga.
Oh! The lights! No. No. I'm not giving up. Focus, Saga. The answers I need are here somewhere. I just have to look.
I was gonna say, do I have a flashlight?
I saw this online and it made me think of you. Okay, what are you doing? Don't make a big deal out of it, Mom. No hugs, no hugs.
Not the worst mom. You find the good things.
My badge. Never should have taken this case.
Mom, I made you a charm bracelet for good luck. I made a matching one for me, so bring me back something cool from Washington.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's even more.
No, I'm not reading anymore.
Yeah, we're not doing that shit. Ah, okay, so each one spawns a good thing.
I am honored by this award. Thank you. While our agency must continue to improve, the work we do here, protecting communities, pursuing the truth, it's the most important work there is.
Certificate of Meritorious Achievement to Agent Saga Anderson. Supervisory Special Agent Stacy Marrow presented it. Nice. Oh, we're turning the lights back on. Excuse you? What is this?
Scratch was too much for us.
No.
I should have made Casey stay behind.
Maybe. But I don't think that would have stopped Scratch from getting...
Stop blaming yourself, Anderson. A knife in the arm is just part of the job. If you're gonna keep fussing, you can get the hell out. But leave the whiskey.
Where's the salt shaker? Aw. No salt shaker? This is the picture of Logan. No, a picture of David.
Anderson, look, after Miranda left, it was, well, I was in a bad place.
It's Casey.
You dragging me to those dinners in your house with your family, it really, meant a lot.
Aww.
Thank you.
Look at him. He's so happy. That's the most smiley we've ever seen Casey. We never really got to see, like, the photo up close. Like, it was always this distance, so I didn't actually recognize that it was Casey. Not David. I don't know how that... I don't know how that makes you feel, that there's no pictures of David. Her mom's card.
Hey. Just calling to say thanks for your note. Oh, sometimes I just get in my head too much. So, thanks for pulling me out. You're really the best, Mom. Really.
Moms are the best.
Okay. Talk soon.
Yeah, that'll be a really important one. Moms are the best. I know I have the best mom. Okay, case board. Reassuring note from my mom.
No. This is all real.
Did Mom...
I know it is. The FBI will kick me out. I'll have nothing.
What? Why do we put it under these? Let's flip these all over and write happy things. So this one says, did Mom know something like this would happen? That I would need to hear these words again someday? Photo of Casey at Logan's birthday party. Good partner.
Casey trusts me.
Yes,
I know he does. I'll just let him down again. Fuck, no!
Casey isn't just a partner, he's family. Hell yeah. Bottle of whiskey I gave Casey when he was in the hospital.
It's not too late.
Fuck, no! No matter what I do, someone will get hurt. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid.
I'm my own worst enemy. The fears in my head are stopping me from trying.
We all are.
From leaving.
No!
Casey has never blamed me when things go sideways. It's all part of the job. Oh, and these are different too. It says, I wish I'd been there, but I know he wouldn't want me to blame myself for this. We can't control every outcome. He taught me that. And then, I might not always be the best partner, but Casey trusted me. He wouldn't give up, and neither will I. Casey's still in there. I'm sure of it. And then this one says, I haven't lost it. At least not yet. This is all real. This place wants me to doubt myself, but I can't. I still have work to do.
I can't let this place make me question myself. I know what I'm doing.
Gaze me,
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Shush.
What the fuck?
Shush. Casey gave me no end of shit for that speech. If I were a bad detective, I'd probably be dead by now. Blaming myself for past mistakes won't solve the case. Exactly. Logan made me bracelets. Down here? Before I left.
Shit!
Logan isn't anyone's plot device. She's my daughter. And she's not dead.
She wanted us to stay connected. No.
She's dead.
Shush it.
I didn't save her.
We're saving her now. She wanted us to stay connected. God, I love that kid. My daughter isn't dead. I won't let some bullshit story convince me that I let her die. I always put work first. That's the bad one.
God damn it.
You were never home. There was always more work, more cases. You told yourself it was important. And then she said, "You're not the worst, Mom."
It's okay to be afraid. But I can't let this end here.
I can't. I just want it to stop.
Giving up won't make this stop. Logan needs me. Casey needs me.
Exactly. I brought this mug with me on every case. I go where the work takes me, but I never forget where home is. I might not be the perfect mom, but I've done my best. Logan loves me and I love her.
I'm so close. The dark place wants me to hate myself.
Yep.
But I just need to get inside my own head.
Yep. Get out of here, other saga.
I've made mistakes. I'll make more. But I can do better.
Always.
And I can start by leaving this room.
I'm afraid it will hurt. But nothing will hurt more than not trying to save them.
It will hurt. But I will fight.
I can leave by overcoming my doubts and fears. Boom.
The dark place tried to trap me here. The only way to leave is facing it head on. Wake called it a nightmare. I need to dive into that nightmare and find a way back home.
Be careful. Case closed. Hell yeah. The dark place tried to weaponize my anxieties against me. I won't let it turn me into a Taken. I'm stronger than that, and Logan needs me. Oh, my stuff is coming back. Ooh, look at this. My stuff is coming back. Is it back? It is back. Ooh, it's back. All my stuff is back. Ooh, I got 6 out of 6 Koskela ads. Ooh, we got all the old gods of Asgard. The various artists were missing one, as you can see. And then this one we're missing 2, Pat Main Radio Show. Ooh. Interesting. It's all back. We're back, baby. Hell yeah. Do we get to touch the deer head?
One remaining.
I will find it. Let's get out of here first.
Saga, wake up.
Is that her mom? Whoa, she's in a fucked up New York. Come home? Oh my god, you guys, we're in a fucked up
The payphone was
New York.
ringing. Somehow I knew the call was for me.
It is like a nightmare. We're in fucked up New York again. Can I have my flashlight? Oh, it's so weak. It's over there. What? And there's no Casey stuff. Oh yeah, there is. But his face is kind of gone. Night Springs is here. New season coming soon. Yes, there is. Oh, you guys, Mr. Door. If he's actually her dad, do they get to meet? I don't know if that's real, but you guys were hinting at it. Ooh, we've switched places. The phone's over here, yeah? It's fucking trashed. Holy shit, look at all the pages and newspapers and shit just shredded. Holy crap. Is it my mom? Mr. Scratch? Alan?
Hello?
It's me again.
Saga from the future?
You need to go to the statue at Parliament Tower Plaza. To make your ending come true, you will need what's inside the shoebox there.
Alice Wake.
The ending? A shoebox? Who is this?
It's you from the future. Or it's Logan all grown up. It sounds like Saga though. Tim Breaker. Sir? Oh, he sounds louder over here. He's here. Sheriff Breaker.
Agent Anderson. Is that really you? Sorry, this place likes to play tricks.
Sheriff Breaker? What happened to you? How did you end up in the dark place?
Dude, he got like...
I was brought here. Snatched away from the morgue by a man named Warland Dorr. Been trying to piece it together for...
days.
Well, it feels like a long time now.
Who is this Dorr person?
He's here. Somewhere. I've been seeing his face in my dreams for years. This whole thing is insane.
This poor guy.
But he is much more than he seems. He's connected to all of this.
I need to get to Parliament Tower Plaza.
We can profile.
Do you have any idea where it is?
This place, it's like trying to find your way around in a dream. I've been trying to map it, but it keeps looping, shifting. Like there were many versions stacked on top of each other. There is a page. Describes Dorr finding his way through this place. I tried to follow the steps, but no luck.
Can you come with us and I'll figure it out?
Can I see that page, Tim?
Of course. In fact, it's the page I tried to give you back in the morgue in Bright Falls. Huh. Now that I think about it, maybe Dorr brought me here to keep you from reading it. Here.
Please don't get snatched away as soon as I take it.
I'm gonna keep looking for Dorr. The closer I get, the closer I feel to waking up. I need to find the man behind the curtain.
Warland Dorr walked across the rain-slicked tiles of Caldera Street Plaza. He stopped at the door to the construction yard. A poster for his talk show hung there. He stepped through, willing it to take him to Parliament Tower Plaza.
I know what I need to do. The door to Parliament Tower Plaza was at the construction yard.
Can you tell Tim Breaker that? Because he seems a little lost.
Warland Dorr walked across the rain-slicked tiles of Caldera Street Plaza. The rain didn't seem to touch him. He sensed his steps were being observed, documented into the story. He allowed it, this one time for this one reason, to be passed on by his unwilling disciple, to read at the right time. The ocean that was the dark place took the shape of New York City, drawn for the mind of Alan Wake, in part for the writer to navigate his prison, in part to torment him as he struggled to find his way out. Dorr was not bound by the rules as Wake was. He came and went as he pleased. For now, Dorr entertained the writer's fantasy, for a purpose known only to him. At the edge of the plaza, He stopped at the door to the construction yard. A poster for his talk show hung there. Another part of Wake's fiction. He stepped through, willing it to take him to Parliament Tower Plaza.
Ooh. It seems like everybody can come and go as they please, except for Alan and Tim Breaker, because Saga's gonna figure it out right now. Case board. Ooh. I need to protect Tor and Ogun. Oh no, that's from the... Tor and Odin. That's from the... Nope, nothing else. Alright, we profile. We talk to Mr. Door. Ooh, this will be really interesting.
This is the first time I've seen a page about Warland Door. Who is he?
A door that stands between two rooms is in both. A door that can lead anywhere is everywhere. That door is the center. He governs the currents of reality.
With all the powers mixed up in this, it's hard to know who's playing who. Opening too many doors. This isn't important right now. I can look into it later.
I think it is important though. I love... There's so many philosophical things that kind of talk about how, like, objects in space, like... So for example, like, if I'd be like, okay, like, how many post-its are there? And you guys would say you see one because it's blank. Well, I see one with writing on it, right? So like technically there's two post-its that exist, right? There's one that's blank, one that has writing on it because I see something different to what you see. It's the same thing that Mr. Door is saying about the doors, right? A door that is in two places, but that can shape all the realities is interesting. So I wonder if Mr. Door makes the dark place look like New York. If he's responsible for shaping the dark place. I don't know about that because I feel like we would have met him sooner, but I mean he's definitely super powerful. There's definitely something a lot more to him, but he does exist a space that I was kind of thinking that he does, like the in-between. I mean that's the name of his show as well, so what more?
The page describes him moving through the door. How can I do that?
The dark place has many faces and many names. It is a mirror, reflecting all possible realities. The family of doors have the power to shift between these realities, here and elsewhere.
Family of doors?
If I can find a way to navigate through this nightmare, maybe I can find a way to get back home.
Damn, Saga, if he's really your dad, you got hella power. You've got the power of the doors, the power of the Andersons. Lady, nothing should stop you. She's got to learn it, though. Okay, where's that statue of Alice? It's usually in the middle, but it's gone. That's, I think, where we need to go. But where's the Alice statue? Also, I wonder if she can comment on all of the posters at all. Like Casey. Huh. Usually Alice is... Uh-oh. Don't wander out of the square. Holy crap. Go back. Okay, don't wander out of the square. Gotcha. Where's, Alice's poster? Or her statue, rather. If I leave, does it get dark? Not over here, it doesn't. I don't have any light things, though. I can't do what we used to. Doesn't look like there's anything, so let's just go in. Oh, it's what I said. Oh no, Alan wrote this, right? I understand what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There is light and there is darkness. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. There's a long journey through the night back to the light. It's not a lake, it's an ocean. I'll take ye. It's a little concerning they're gonna give me some items. There's no Alice statue? I can't believe there's a map here. Huh. Uh-oh. What about the shoebox?
I made it. I need to get up to the street and find that statue.
Ah. Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, the shoebox is gone. Oh, it's weird being here with Saga now. Things are open from when I was here with Wake. What do they say? Parliament Tower Plaza. You're a lousy writer. Okay. Alrighty. Exit. Yup, I gotcha. We'll do what we did. Should we change? You may not be the only you out there. I'll say. Oh. Definitely takey.
You let me drown! You pushed me!
Enough already.
Shut it. What Saga said. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, that's weird. I went in that way and came out here, but it's different. It's not changing. Bitch. Shush. Get out of here. Whoa, he ran up fast. Hello?
There's the shoebox. The clicker. And some kind of bullet. Shining with light.
Wait,
how did the clicker get here from Washington?
Wait, Alice's photographs. The photo. Wait, the photographs that Alan were in the box, Alice's photographs, one was the clicker, and that was the site that we saw at the end of the last episode when we saw like Saga drown into the lake. We saw the clicker like go in like that weird like slow motion. It was the photograph. That was Alice's photograph. And then he also mentioned that the other one, it was hard for me to see at the time. He said it was a light bullet. That's what that is. Oh my god, it's Alice. It's Alice's voice. Excuse you. Good lord.
Secret.
Sir.
This is my...
Answer the phone.
The phone again.
I'm going. I don't have a lot of bullets, so I don't know how fruitful it is to stay and fight them all. The dark place. It's gonna be Alice. It's Alice. That was the voice that we heard, not Saga's mom.
Yes?
Hello. You don't know me, but you need to listen.
Hold on. How did you know the clicker would be there?
This is important. Alan's lost. He doesn't have the ending. He needs your help to finish the story.
How am I supposed to help him from here?
Don't ask so many questions, Saga. Let the lady talk. Oh.
Okay. I'm in the dark place. Wake is in Washington. I could talk to him in overlaps before. My mind place is more powerful than I ever knew.
Oh, yeah.
I can try to contact him.
Use the Anderson Powers Saga. Hell yeah. Bitch,
Alan.
we need to talk.
We need to talk about the ending.
Saga, what is this?
My mind place. I've reached out to you like this before. But I understand more about it now.
You see visions too. I used to think they were ideas, inspiration, but they're real. Just like this now.
Shush, dude, we need to talk.
I try to use them to make the story come true.
So this is coming from both of us. Maybe that's how we could communicate in the overlaps. We could use this to stop Scratch.
First, I need the ending.
7 writer's block. Again.
So there's a problem with the ending?
I don't have the ending. It has to be perfect, but I don't have time to figure it out. I don't know what to do. Fuck. I'm so sorry. This whole thing is a fucking mess.
I agree. But we can still figure this out. And what exactly does perfect mean?
The elements of the ending need to come from the story's pre-existing parts. To make matters worse, this is a horror story.
You don't need to tell me this is a horror story.
Right. The ending has to fit the genre if it's going to work. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters.
There must be a way to bring a hero into the story.
If there is a hero, they will ultimately pay a heavy price.
So we're about to see the other side. Oh my goodness. So we're about to see the other. So we're seeing the other side of this.
So the ending has to be earned, set up by the story.
The other side of Deerfest.
You can't build a case without supporting evidence.
That's the only way to make it stick.
So we know what this is.
I can't let the horror story take Logan and Casey. They were dragged into this. They need to survive. Non-negotiable.
Not just them.
Everyone.
We need to try to save everyone. I have an idea how to help Casey. He's a real person who I twisted into a character. He isn't my creation, so he isn't a suitable host for the Dark Presence. I can write that into the ending to drive that fucking thing out of him.
Interesting. So it is a coincidence in this world that Alex Casey has the same name as Alex Casey.
Well, if the ending has to fit the story, this is how I see it.
Hell yeah.
Return is a story about a story that comes true. And I'm a character in the story.
Not just a character. The hero.
Okay, a hero. In any case, I've been through hell to be here. And this is my life. It feels earned to me that I rise above the story and be there to create the ending.
Yes. That's what we're doing. Here, now. We're figuring out the ending I need to write.
No, you're not understanding, Alan. If it's a story about a story, and she's a character in that story, the character writes their own ending. That's what she's trying to say. And he's like, no, that's what we're doing. Also, it was kind of lost on me for a second, but at that very end there, when we saw Saga go back to this, it looked like you can see the shadow of the antlers behind her head, so it's kind of interesting that it looks like they're coming from her head. I don't know what symbolism that would mean, but it's kind of interesting to see it. This is not your ending, it's my ending, it's Saga's ending.
This isn't Scratch's ending. But this isn't your ending either.
Saga's.
This is our ending.
Okay, both.
You aren't the only one deciding these things anymore.
Boom.
You're right. I can't do this alone. Every time I write, things only get worse.
You beat this thing back in 2010, Alan. And here you are doing the same again. You're a hero too. We're in this together.
Hell yeah.
Then let's bring it home.
And how do we do that? See, look. Price must be paid, so this we know. It must be a heavy price, and the more lives we save, the bigger the price.
The ending will have to be dark, no matter what. The more people we save, the greater the cost. And the hero must pay the price.
One of the heroes. The scales always
Dude.
need to balance.
Both heroes.
Fuck it. Let's go with this.
One of
Are you sure?
There's no time for anything better. Scratch could be here any second.
Then that's our ending. I have the clicker. I'll find a way to get it to you.
And I'll get the pages down. See you on the other side.
What does that mean? Only one of the heroes need to pay the price, but the price must be great for more lives? Shouldn't it be both of them? I mean, Alan's been suffering this whole time, so my guess is that it has to be Saga that has to pay the price this time. Interesting. Interesting. All right, we leaving.
I need to retrace my steps back to Caldera Street Plaza.
So
I
gotta...
arrived in the dark place through the fountain. Maybe I can leave that way too.
All right, bitches, we going back to the... Not that way. We gotta go back to the... That. Tim's gone.
Caldera Plaza is back through the subway.
Yes, yes.
I have to hurry.
I feel like there's something else here. Ooh, it's getting dark. Huh. I guess this just blinks, huh? It's all blocked. I want to explore.
The fountain at Caldera Plaza could be my
Yes,
exit.
ma'am, I know.
The subway will take me there.
I was trying to explore. Uh-oh. The game save tells me she's gonna get real. I don't have no bullets. Oh no, they're giving me a lot of things. You asked and answered. Did I just miss these from before, or are these new? Nice. Alright, that's a little bit better. Sweet. Well. Okay.
I wish you weren't my mom. I hate you.
Get out of here with that. None of that. Oh yeah, here we go. Whoa there! So fast. Rude. Where's the other guy? Woo! No. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. So fast. He kind of looked like Tim Breaker for a second, but they all kind of look like freaky like that. So that's the way back. Guess there's nothing else. We going. Oh, whoa. Uh-oh. It's so instinct to see like darkness and then just be like, what happened to Torrin Odin though? Oh boy. All right, here we go.
Alan?
Saga, I finished it. The ending we talked about.
I have the clicker and the bullet of light. Let's do this.
I think it's the first time we've seen her live action.
I have to be the one to do it.
I feel like I've always been on this journey. Okay. It must end here. This darkness. What lies under the surface now shifts. A play of shadows catching my eye, thrusting my face into the water. He's here. It's shockingly cold. Past the mirror of the surface.
Do it.
And I will see.
Casey?
The end. Scratch! Now! white, searing light of truth that for a flash pierces the shadows and reveals the hidden horror. And in that moment of silence, the whispered message finally heard.
Come on, you motherfucker! Come on!
Come on! What if there's nothing waiting to be revealed? The play of shadows fool us all, subterfuge to get our price of admission. Darkness not as a monster, but as emptiness. We're none the wiser. No answers, no truths. The hero turns to look inside, is destroyed by what he sees, and is redeemed. Saga said we're both heroes. I'll pay that price. So will she. We are here to kill the monster. I pray nothing comes after this. Nothing but sleep. This is how we win. Is it too easy? What if this is still the dark place? Another dream to wake up from, always coming back to the beginning. The memory of what came before burned away by this terrible realization. Maybe it's a mercy, forgetting. To know nothing when we loop around, back to...
You okay over there, buddy? Holy shit. Because he kept killing himself before, but she had the light bullet. She stopped the loop.
Is it over? Anderson?
What? No mom? Nothing? Oh my god. Sam Lake, you torture me. All these people. Holy shit. Amazing. Holy shit. I was like totally, it's like the, it's like Inception. It's another one of their non-ending endings. There's the one thing that always drove me crazy about Alan Wake was like they ended it on a cliffhanger every time. There's never like an ending to any of their games. It's always like, ugh. I think the most satisfying one was the writer, the DLC Alan Wake. That one he's like, and then I'll find my way out and I write return, and you see he starts the manuscript return and we lit it out, and it feels like the first time we get like a satisfying end because you know he has a way out. But after playing this, we know it's a shit show. Oh my god, it's over. Now I feel like I should have explored more in that dark world with Saga. I thought there would be more. Oh my god. So we're in the house. We're in Thomas Zane's house. Casey's okay, which should mean that Logan is okay. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. They said the greater the cost of lives, right? The greater the greater the cost to save more lives, right? And Alan also literally said that he had an ending of how to get Casey free, but he said nothing about how to get Logan free. And she killed him. But she can take on the role of the writer maybe as a co-writer, since she like helped co-write Return at the end. So maybe she'll have the power to become an author to author the story the way that Alan did. I don't think Alan's gone, but I think he's sent back to the dark place. Damn, that sucks. I almost feel like he should just stop. Like he should just never have tried to get out, but on the other hand, I mean, you always want to get out. Like if it's a representation of spiraling in the darkness, like you never want to give up. So I don't want to say that, but damn, that sucks. He goes back. I don't think... Part of me thinks, though, that Logan isn't okay because of Alan not writing the ending or not having an answer to Logan, and also because Saga didn't really pay a price. She suffered through Alan's story and the horror story that it is, witnessing things get changed, the realities get changed and stuff, but she never really suffered the way that Alan suffered, right? And what happened to Torrin Odin? What happened to Estevez? What happens to Tim Breaker? What about Mr. Door? I have so many questions, you guys. I know I'll get some of those answers in Control. So I know that's, I'm anticipating those comments. You're like, oh, you'll find out more about Mr. Door and more about Ahti and those. A little bit more about like Hartman and a little bit more about Alice and stuff in some of the DLCs for Control. But damn. Oh, damn. I want to know. It was good ending, though. I think it was very good at building up to another thing. I kind of wish that they did give you a little bit more. That's how I wished in 2010 as well. Like, one of my frustrating gripes with Alan Wake was that they just, the non-endings. It just like, even in the DLCs, I was like, all right, we'll play the DLCs. Nope. But that's what they're known for. So they must have a bigger plan ahead of them. Is Alice? This is her room.
This part is just for you. After the haunting started, I got in touch with an organization that was still looking into what happened in Bright Falls.
FBC.
I went to their offices and something happened there. After I got home, I could suddenly remember everything. I remembered being trapped inside that lake. A dark ocean with echoes of myself. My fears, my photos. Inside a dark tide of madness. The same events and images looping again and again. And then I saw a light. Your light. You dove in just as I swam out. You never drowned. And you're still there reaching out. That is what the haunting is. I can see you because I've been there too. I chose to come back to the dark place. That is why I put on this exhibition. I had to mislead you so that I could get you to where you needed to be. The only way out of your loop is destruction or ascension, light or dark. And we've covered the destruction part many times over. And we're getting to the ascension bit by bit. Time means nothing here. You'll still need to go through the loop. But I will keep showing you the images you need to see, the light you need to see, until you're ready. Alan, I think we're getting close.
She fucking lied?
It's not a loop.
It's a spiral. I knew it. I knew he was gonna say that. Because little spirally things. Also, somebody said that in the comments. Oh man, live action crew. She lied? So Alice isn't dead. If you guys don't know, that podcast is what I keep referencing. It's literally called Alice Isn't Dead. It just makes me laugh every time I hear like Alice is dead, Alice isn't dead. Holy shit. But why? I mean, she's right? So the only way out is destruction or ascension. It's either gonna kill you or it won't, right? You'll get out. But why trick Alan? I know why. Okay. So the question is, why trick Alan to thinking that she's dead, right? The answer is fear, right? Just like Saga, his fear of losing Alice, of fucking things up, of writing the wrong ending, holds him back. And if he thinks she's dead, he's got nothing to lose and he'll do the right thing because he'll have the courage to do it and do whatever it costs, whatever it takes, because he's not afraid anymore. There's nothing to lose. So he'll face Scratch head on. He'll write the ending. He'll do what needs to be done in the name of Alice to get it done. That's why. Because otherwise there's no reason to torture the poor man. That's why though. Because she knows Alan. She loved him for years. And she understands who he is as a writer. She understands the blocks that he has. How he is his own worst enemy, as most of us are our own worst enemies. She knows what it will take to get him out. So she tricked him in order to save him. That's so interesting. And he's alive, as we figured. I mean, not alive, but like he's in the dark place. I mean, he's alive. He's alive. Because the light bullet maybe got rid of that version of the dark presence. And it's going to have to go recover. And in the meanwhile, Alan can be lost in the dark place again. But he has already been there. And it seems, if we take Alice at her word, it seems like she went to the dark place to reconnect with Alan, knowing that he's there. And so it makes me wonder if she knew that the Alan that was haunting her is Mr. Scratch. But I don't think she does. Because she says, the haunting, I know it's you. So I think she was tormented. She thinks it's a ghost. She thinks it's like the memories. But I think she understands the madness of the dark place. So maybe she... Well... On the other hand, it doesn't matter. Because Mr. Scratch is Alan. It's all of his insecurities. It's all of his darkness. It's all of the things that are horrible. It's the enemy version of Alan. And she can see that that's the worst in him. And I'm sure she's seen it before when he gets drunk, when he goes to the parties. I mean, the fights that they had before when they were, you know, a couple... Not that they're not a couple anymore, but like, these are some of the problems that they were having, you know, in their marriage. So she could probably recognize that it's Alan being eaten up by the darkness, by his insecurities, by his anger, by all of his vices, and maybe for a while the grief and stuff was like eating her up, but she figured it out clearly after a while. She set up that exhibit, she set up the dark place, and clearly put a plan together that we now know is an actual plan to go back to the dark place to get Alan now that she knows where he is. That's very interesting. That's dedication. Damn, lady. Wow. I wonder if Saga is really out as well. She seems to have the power of the Andersons, yes, but she seems to have at least agency or more agency to go in and out of the dark place. So she was so easily able to get out. I wonder if that's the case or if it's a trick. If she's going to be eaten up the way that Alan was eaten up. But she seems a lot more headstrong than Alan. So she's also got the Anderson power behind her. So I wonder if that's something to be said in aiding her ability to come and go as she pleases in and out of the dark place. Wow. And Casey's just like, what the fuck? Is it over? Oh, Sam Lake, he's becoming the hero. He's the writer. He's the true writer behind all of this. Good job, dude. Trying to keep all of this together, keep all of the storylines straight. Have the story that we know is building, but also writing in things underneath it that are different, right? Having Alice have a plan, the light bullet, the photos, the hints that you drop. That takes so much. Him and his team, that takes so much work to, you know, plant those things, go back and plant those things after you know what the ending is, to, you know, constantly have dual and triple and many meanings to the imagery, the dialogue, the story itself. Like, wow, that's crazy. This is an amazing team. Very dedicated, very well put together. And super dedicated. I mean, across so many years, across so much time, so much effort, many games, it all like puts together. So wow, just lost for words, incredible. So I will play Control next, because there seems to be quite a lot that I was missing in this game that seems to be answered in Control. There are 2 DLCs, so it seems like for every big game they put out 2 DLCs. Alan Wake had, the original one had the Sigil and the Writer, and then American Nightmare wasn't necessarily a DLC, it was kind of a game on its own. It had to do with Night Springs. It was Alan diving into the TV show of Night Springs, so it looks like they're going to continue that trend, because the DLCs for Alan Wake 2 that are coming are Night Springs and the Lake House. So we know a little bit about them. Night Springs seems like it's going to be maybe a little bit more anthological, meaning that each episode in it, or each of the chapters, take place in a different episode of Night Springs. I don't know if it's Alan diving back in to that world, if it's continuing anything in American Nightmare or not, but it goes back into the Night Springs world, which is amazing. We love Night Springs. It's their version of the Twilight Zone. And then the Lake House seems to continue the FBC kind of section of this, and combining those worlds more together. Because we know the Lake House is the location that they lost control of, the FBC. And obviously we don't know what happened there, but maybe that game covers the events of how they lost control of Bright Springs. And they lost control of the Lake House, sorry. And what happened there for, you know, as far as the AWEs, the Altered World events. What went down there to cause them to lose their foothold in Bright Falls and Cauldron Lake, that kind of thing. So this one, I think the Lake House is on Cauldron Lake, which we know is definitely just trouble in and of itself, being nearby. I wonder if it's Bird-Like Cabin. I don't think it is. My guess is that it's a different cabin on the lake, but we'll find out. So those are the next 2 DLCs coming out. We don't know when they're coming out. My guess is likely next year. I believe they put out the other DLCs for the other games like a good couple of months after, like 6-7 months after, and then they came out relatively close together. So my guess is that like maybe 5-6 months we'll get the first DLC, and then like a month or so after that we'll get the second one. And then in the meanwhile, we will get to Control, as I mentioned, and Control itself has 2 DLCs as well. It has the Foundation, which I don't really know much about, but I assume it just kind of builds more upon how FBC got started and the foundations of it. I mean, I have no idea. And then AWE, which really seems to connect the worlds of Alan Wake and Control. So that one seems to be the one that really explains the Altered World events, that where I believe the characters actually all meet each other. I did play the smidgest of Control when it came out. I actually have the Ultimate Edition in my Steam library. I remember watching it when it came out. I don't remember much of Alan Wake being in it, like physically. I remember reading a lot of the documents, and they mentioned Bright Falls, things like that, but in my mind, it just didn't, it wasn't like that, like, oh my god, it's all Alan Wake. I don't know why I missed it. I didn't pay attention enough, or I didn't get far enough in. But I remember almost nothing about that game, so it's pretty much new to me at this point. So I'm very excited to dive into it. Very excited to find out more about it. But as far as I remember, and I could be wrong, I don't believe Alan or any of the other characters show up in Control itself, but in the AWE DLC. I have no idea about the Foundation one. But those are next. We will definitely get to them because we need to keep the Remedy train going. I want to find out more answers since I don't get enough in here. I'm very excited to find like all the connections. I'm so thrilled to be able to run into Ahti again, to find out more about Warland Door. Yeah, it seems like Remedy has a huge plan for both of these franchises, and we do also know that Control 2 is coming out, so might as well get ahead on playing the first one and all of its accoutrements, its extra games and stuff. It'll be awesome. It's such a vast world, such a detailed world. Very happy to get to play it so thoroughly. I know the first Alan Wake super well, and I knew, I think, one of the DLCs, And then I'm so happy to like have gotten to revisit everything, and everything will be kind of fresh of mind as the new stuff comes out eventually. And Alan Wake 2 just topped it off. I mean, the gameplay was amazing, the mechanics were amazing, the story is just brilliant. That's such a weak word. I need a more fulfilling word to describe it. It's so well written, it's so interconnected, there's so many details. This game definitely doesn't hold your hand either. It definitely makes you think for yourself. They imply a lot of things without telling you directly, so there's a lot of things that you can miss if you're just not picking up on the little hints, the little words, little details, the word choices that they make. There's definitely a lot of things that and references that you can miss and back and forth, so you know, they definitely do a great job of telling you what you need to know to get through it, but even, you know, for more astute people, and you know, if you know the lore, if you know more of it, making sure that there's a lot of fodder for you to you know, to use to build, you know, bigger ideas of what is going on. It's absolutely incredible. I love the inventory system. I love the Mind Palace. I love the detective element of it. That's so my jam. I love detective games, so I'm really excited to have experienced that in this game. I think that mystery games are really difficult to do, and there's not a lot of really good ones that are really like you solve the mystery, you're actively figuring it out. Like a lot of games tend to handhold you, and there's not a lot of thinking involved, and this game definitely gives you a lot of thinking, and I think I really, really appreciate that. I wish that the level design was a little bit better. I kind of felt a little miffed at times. It's maybe too strong a word, but it was a little annoying that the items that you had to find were so far out of your way. I guess maybe for me it's a little bit extra because I want to give you guys good story and story elements, and I want to progress the game, but I also don't want to miss anything as a gamer. On my own, I feel like maybe I would have had less pressure to be running around in the woods to go find random shit, but I kind of wish it was a little bit more on the way. Although I do think we ended up finding quite a lot of stuff. Like I'm probably will go through the achievements after the credits are done. And for those of you, there's probably a lot of you right now that are new. I'm talking to digest my thoughts, but I'm also here to watch the credits. It's something that we do in the film industry as an appreciation for all of the people that made this game, that made the movies. It's a thing, it's just a nicety to sit through the credits and see all the names and appreciate all of the work and all of the time, all of the effort, all of the blood, sweat, and tears of all of the people, because it really does take an army of people it takes a village, you know, to make something like this, to make anything like this. And they had so many feats to cover in this game. Not only good gameplay, not only good story, but live action film, blending live action with animation, having all of the effects. I mean, this is a very graphics heavy game. All of the different sections in it, all of the different characters in it, all of the music in it, you know, all of that's what the music is right now. I mean, that stuff is amazing, and it's brilliant, and Old Gods and Sam Lake and all of the other writers and Ilka Vili and Matthew Peretta and all of the amazing people that did it, the producer, the line producers, the actors, the mocap, the animators, all of the people that we've been seeing here. It's such a big project. And so, you know, part of it is me digesting my thoughts, but part of it is also just to appreciate the people as we have it here. But yeah, to continue the thoughts of kind of the tiniest bit of criticism in the game is that they didn't really, the looping is interesting. The thing that I think throws me that they didn't answer is Alan's time loop paradox, that Alan is the one who shoots himself and that it's a loop. That kind of implies that there's two Alans, or there's more than one Alan. And I know that like one is like astrally projected, at least that's what they're trying to put out, but kind of creating the time paradox it's always a dangerous story element. We didn't really follow too much up on it, so it seemed like it was just a part of the loop, and Saga took on the role of the loop in the end and broke it. So it looks like that's maybe fixed for now. But it's definitely something I was like, uh-oh. It doesn't bother me too much. It was just sort of like, I was wondering if that was going to come into play more, because it's such a dangerous tactic. It can dangerously hurt a lot of stories to introduce like time loops and time travel, anything like that. I'm kind of glad that we didn't pick up on it, and that the phone call at the end with Saga was maybe Alice. It was kind of weird to hear it. Her voice is a lot more clear. I thought it was Saga's voice at first, but I actually think it's Alice's. And like her voice on the tape is on a tape, so it has that kind of filter over it. And this time we got to hear a very clear voice on the phone. Well, clearer. We had like phone distortion on it, but I think it is Alice. So I think it's safe to say that that's not going to happen to Saga, like the time looping thing. But back to the level design, like Resident Evil 4 I find is a good example of a game that like all of the areas have all of the things that you need in it, and the extra things that you can find are there. They're just hidden. I think I kind of like that kind of thing better than wandering in the opposite direction of where you need to go for ever till you find like a whole separate area. Like the cabins and stuff like that I think are more interesting because you get like a place to go, but the ones that are just like in the woods somewhere, kind of like, ugh, it's a little tiring. But then again, we did get everything. So there is that. Like, for all of my whining about it, we did get a lot of most of the things. I had one deer head left. I'm so mad. I don't know where it went. I got all of the Koskela Brothers commercials, and then we were missing only 2 of the Patmain radio shows. We were missing 1 of the other 2 radio shows. I don't know about the pages. But we got a decent amount of stuff, but there was, holy smokes, a lot of stuff to find in this game. Like, a lot. I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's just a very interesting thing. It was almost a little overwhelming at times to be like, oh my god, like, we're at Cauldron Lake and we have like 500 things to find between Alex Casey lunchboxes, pages, manuscript pages, radio things to find, nursery rhymes to find. Yeah, it's just like kind of insane how much stuff there is, but a lot of it adds to the story as well. So like when you find the lunchboxes, like the fan fiction is like, yeah, whatever, but like it does kind of tell you about Rose's mindset, about like how she's viewing Alan, and also that there is a big emphasis on hero. I feel like you don't get that through the game in general, other than like she's the main character of the story. You can put 2 and 2 together, she's the hero, but that wordage of hero is almost solely used in those lunchboxes. So whether or not it was Alan speaking to Rose in that fashion, and that Rose either got that verbiage from that noun, that name, hero, from Alan, or just from being an avid book reader, either way, it gives us the hint that the hero is the hero, and that protagonist, that type of thing, comes to play in the game, which it does, right? The hero of the story enters at the end, and it has to pay the price. So it's not like those things were a waste of time, I guess is what I'm saying. The stashes, I'm so mad. I mean, like, I wanted to get all of them, but at the same time, I was like, man, there's just so many things. I did do a whole episode of basically a whole episode of trying to like go get stuff, but the lighthouse only opens if you find all of the stashes, and I believe I was missing 2 or 3 stashes. Most of them were in Cauldron Lake. So, a little sad, but that's not my fault. I could have spent more hours doing that, but I think we got a lot, so I'm not too mad at my playthrough. I always try to play the first way through as honest as I can, find as much as I can. I go back and forth on being a completionist. I try to find basically as much as I can the first time and give it my best efforts, and then I'm usually pretty happy with that. There are a few games where I feel like, holy wow, I need to go through everything and find absolutely everything and get every completionist 100% item. But yeah. Oh, this caught me out of my eye. It's more than just thank yous, it's thank yous, and then it gives you an answer and a why that they thank them. Like, aw, that's really sweet. That's a really nice way to do thank yous as well. Usually it's just a list of names. That's really sweet. Shout out to the watery room. Aw. That's very, very sweet. But yeah, I mean, I don't have too many gripes about this game. I loved the new mechanics in it. I had a little bit of trouble getting used to the flashlight, getting used to the flash, I'm spacing on it right now. Flashbangs and the sticks, the flares. I'm so used to the 2010 and prior games where you kind of automatically throw them. There's no option to hold them. So I kept kind of just holding them in the hopes that I would throw them, and that's not the case. You have to aim and then throw it. And it took me quite a while to figure that out because I'm so used to just like automatically you throw them and then you can stand in the light and heal and stuff like that. The healing was really tricky in this game because it took time. The pills took time to take effect, although they were more immediate, but they didn't do as much. And then the arm wrapping is, in a lot of modern day games, more realistic. It takes time. So like you could be trying to heal and then just get whacked and killed, which happened to me often. The enemies were a lot more formidable this time. The way that they disappeared, the runners were, I think, a little too fast. They kicked my ass because they were just gone so fast. It's like, where are they? But formidable. I do love a challenge. So they definitely pose the challenge that you want in an enemy for sure. And then the rest of the Taken that we know. It's interesting they have new like hearts of darkness that can explode, or like weak points, I guess. That's super interesting. I almost shudder to think of what this game would be like on harder mode. I did the regular standard mode. I feel like it'd be really hard on hard mode because it definitely kind of gets you. Lance Reddick, I love that man. Brett Madden and Sammy Van Hatalo. I don't know the last two, but I know Lance Reddick, but rest in peace to all of you guys. The journey through the night continues. Ugh, there it is. I had a feeling when at the end of the second to last one, when Casey got eaten up by the darkness and she got thrown into the lake, I was like, oh man, this feels like part of a big, it felt like the beginning of a new story. So it was really interesting to see that, and then to come into this one being like, oh, it's gonna be different, it's gonna be bigger, it's gonna be an ending. I mean, I don't even know how you write an ending to something like this. How do you wrap it up? It feels like the conundrum of Lost, the TV show Lost. Like, it's so big, it's so complex. Like, how do you write a satisfying ending to it? I'm sure Remedy has got a plan. I definitely trust them with the story. That's not a knock on them at all. It's not a knock on anything future to come. Always frustrating to get a cliffhanger ending because that's just that's the nature of it, right? It leaves you hanging. I want more. I want to know what it is. The very human need to want closure for it, to want an ending, and it's denied. But not for long. As I mentioned, we have the DLCs to come. I think I spilled most of my thoughts over the credits. I'm very, very, very excited to chat in the comments with you guys about the ending. I'm sure you guys are eager to give your opinions on the game and to talk out what was effective and not effective in the game. It's gonna be really, really interesting. Now that we're all kind of caught up, I finally finished it. I know it took a long time, but I think it was pretty thorough. I think I found a lot of like good story moments and good details. We found a lot of pages. Speaking of, is there any way to see it? It doesn't look like it. Well, there's no achievements or anything to find, so they're just in-game. That's it. Very interesting. I hear you guys have been chatting in the comments about New Game Plus, so it looks like that is to come for this game as well, and maybe in the New Game Plus that will give maybe a little more challenges and achievements and stuff that we could chase potentially. For now, I will leave it here. So I already told you guys the plan is obviously to play Control and its DLC is next, but I do want to give maybe a fair heads up that in between that, really quick, the immediate plan is to get to a couple little demos that I've been meaning to get to. I just haven't had time because I really wanted to prioritize Alan Wake and get it done. But I do have a couple of indie developers that had reached out to me for their games, and I would love to support them and share them with you guys on the channel. They look really amazing games. I haven't played them yet, but I'm really excited to. And then I'll play a couple of horror games. I have separate ways professional mode, separate ways hardcore mode to get to as well. Those should be really quick. Professional, I'm hoping to do in 1 episode. Hardcore is in 2. I already filmed the first half of it a long time ago. I'm gonna have to remember how to play that game for the second half, so but I said I would do it, so I want to go back to it. And then I also want to throw in Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty because I really want to play that game as well. There's no particular rush to do it by the end of the year, but I would love to start it before the end of the year. So I'll probably play a couple of games simultaneously. That's what I kind of did at the start of my channel. I'll probably alternate between a couple of games, and Control will be one of them. Cyberpunk will be one of them. I don't know if I'll throw in a third game because it gets a little complicated for scheduling, but that's the immediate plan. I just wanted to let you guys know, but Control is coming. Don't worry, I will absolutely play it. I will play its DLCs. We'll play the Night Springs DLC, the Lake House DLC when it comes out. That's the basic plan. A lot of good things to come. Thank you everybody for joining me on Alan Wake 2. It has been an absolute blast. I am beyond thrilled to have played through this game, to have done it the way that I did it, and we got so many things. I'm also very, very thankful for Alan Wake 2 because it connected a lot more of you guys with me and me with you, and I am beyond thrilled and happy that you guys have found my channel and are here to stay, and I want to thank you guys so much. There are so many of you now, and I can't even fathom it. So a big thank you to you guys for staying with me through this playthrough and some of the playthroughs to come. Thank you to Alan Wake 2 for all of us connecting on such a beautiful level for the We Sing moment, talking with you guys in the comments, seeing how many people it's brought together, seeing other people's reactions of that moment. I mean, that it really did create just such a amazing, like, moment is too weak a word. It created something so beautiful, so artistic, so epic, and it brought so many people together to just love the music, the Old Gods of Asgard, the band, the Poets of the Fall. It brought so many people together. That's so uniquely wonderful. So a big thank you to Poets of the Fall, otherwise known as the Old Gods of Asgard as well. Thank you to the developers at Remedy, Sam Lake, your team of writers, the animators, all the people, those beautiful people that we saw in the credits. Thank you guys so much for an amazing game. We're going to continue the Remedy train, and we're going to keep it going. It's going to be awesome. You guys are going to see my mind blown every time something happens in Control. I'll be like, oh my god, but Alan Wake 2 and this thing. It's going to be great. Anyways, I'll see you guys for that and more coming up. Thank you everybody again, really and truly, really, really, really. Thank you guys. See you guys next time. Goodbye!